This video is sponsored by Kershaw, Next Level Pocket Knives. Use discount code 20archery23 for 20% off at kershawknives.com. Hey Archery Talk, this is Lucas, and today I have the opportunity to sit down with, at least virtually, Jim and Tracie Klossner of Athens Archery. They're going to talk about the new lineup. There's a pile of new bows to see, and they're going to run us through all of them. Jim and Tracie, how are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Great. How are you?
Wonderful. So I'm wondering if you guys can maybe run us through the Athens lineup a little bit. I don't know. For those who don't know, and if you guys are aware that the first deer I ever shot was with an Athens bow, I have a history with this brand. I haven't shot one in a very long time outside of the ATA show, so I'm eager to see the new changes you guys have this year.
We're excited to talk about it.
For sure, and we'd definitely get the opportunity to shoot one again. So new this year, we have the Axxis series of bows. So it comes in a 31, 33, and 35-inch bow, anywhere from 25 to 32 inches of draw length adjustment. But I think probably the most exciting portion of this is we've got our new Accu-Tune Cam system, which allows you to move your cams laterally to get the perfect tune of your bow without a bow press. So it's basically a locking screw and then a 1/4 inch Allen head, and you can use that to drive your cam back and forth. And it's some new patent pending technology that we have on the market this year. All of our bows this year feature a brand new limb locking system as well. And all of our risers are about 70% stiffer. So you also get a little bit better center adjustability. The Axxis 31, 33, and 35 come with a molded grip, the integrate system, which is super popular for rest adjustments, and then a picatinny rail sight mount and a lower front stabilizer.
Yep.
So let's dig in maybe a bit into the AccuTune, because again, I'm a huge proponent of people being able to make adjustments and tune their bows without requiring a bow press, without maybe having to go to a bow shop every single time they want to make a change. I understand if your initial setup, it's good to have that relationship with your bow shop. But if you're shooting in your backyard and you think, oh, I need to make a change, being able to do it on the fly is a huge resource for people. So dig in a little bit about the AccuTune if you can.
For sure. Or if you're changing arrows or you're changing setup from indoor to outdoor to hunting scenarios, you can do all that really easily, again, without a bow press. So we spent a couple of years working on this. Basically, what it does is the ATC system, is what we call it, allows for us to move the cam approximately 100 thou of an inch in 5 thou increments. So on the dial, you'll see on the bow, there's a red dial with an indicator on it, and each 1/8 of a turn is about 5/1000 of an inch. So it's really simple to use. You back out the locking screw 2 turns, and then you use the 1/4 inch Allen to either drive your cam left or right to get the perfect center shot adjustment, and away you go. Again, a super simple 3, 4, 5 shots, and you're paper tuned and ready to go.
You know, one of the things also that bears mentioning too is this has actually been a couple years in the works. Really just working to make sure that not only does it perform flawlessly, but I think we've gone above and beyond to make it even easier for dealers and consumers, because it also comes with a sight window. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Jim? A little bit how the sight window works?
Yeah, so basically the cam rides on top of a carrier, and that carrier has a indicator in it. And so when you look on the top of the limb, on top of the clamp that holds the system onto the limb, there's actually a sight window, and you can use that sight window to indicate how far left or right, so you can match your top and bottom cam perfectly with that.
You know, the great thing for dealers with that is, we give the example of, it's not uncommon for a customer to walk into a dealer shop. He's in the middle of tuning it. He walks away, he comes back and he goes, oh, I don't know where I was. And he has to start all over again. With this new sight window, he knows exactly where he's at. And then when he turns the bow over, maybe to work, top to bottom, bottom to top, again, what Jim just said, he can see exactly where he's at and making sure that they're both lined up and matching. So it's super convenient for the dealer.
Yeah, we tried to make the system, frankly, as simple and easy as possible to use for dealers and consumers alike. I mean, that's kind of the goal of everything we do, is to make things as user-friendly or as dealer-friendly as possible.
So I was looking at the website at the kind of the molded grip, the low-profile molded grip. I've not seen anything quite like that before. Can you maybe go into some detail on how you guys came up with that particular design?
Yeah, so last year we launched that with the Elevate. We spent Athens has always been known for a very narrow, repeatable grip. That's typically one of the things people say they love the most about our bows, and really the grip is the main interface for a consumer to their bow. I mean, that's really what gives you the feel of the bow.
Right.
We've been challenged in the past with, hey, we'd really like to see some kind of molded grip options, but keep the same grip, which is kind of a tall order. I mean, there's not a lot of real estate to work with in that. And so we spent a bunch of engineering time and figured out how to basically replicate the same grip and the same feel that all the Athens shooters were used to, while still providing a molded grip experience. And something that is still consistent and firm and you know doesn't collapse in your hand. So you get that consistent feel of the riser, but yet also gives you a little bit warmer option in the winter, a little bit slightly more comfortable.
That was a gigantic selling feature for the Elevate last year. We heard over and over, it was a resounding success. Everybody loved it. And they were so happy that in Athens still feels like in Athens from a grip perspective. You know, kind of diving into that a little bit, the Elevate for 2024, we actually made no changes to the Elevate whatsoever. So it's still a 6-inch brace height, 32 inches axle to axle. It is at a slightly lower price point than the Axxis family or the other bow we're going to talk about in a minute, but it's really the Elevate that started that grip.
So yeah, the other bow I think you're mentioning is the new target bow, the Vail 38.
It is.
Tell me a little bit about that one.
It is. So the Vail 38 is actually what has now replaced the previous model, which was the Peak 38. The Vail 38 is going to come with everything Jim just talked about. So the AccuTune, it has it all. The only thing it does not have the molded grip, because we understand that target archers may not want that particular feature. But what it does come with is the same technology that the Peak 38 came with, and that is the level riser technology. And that is where we have two bubbles that are actually, it's the holes, if you will. It's machined right into the riser. And so the bubbles are there so that both dealers or consumers can make sure that they're setting their bow up with second and third axis. That also was very popular on the Peak series, having that level riser technology. So we moved that over to the Vail.
Or even rest setup and adjustment. It makes it super simple. I mean, the machined vials that go into the riser guarantee perpendicularity with the bow. I mean, unlike a normal level that you might clamp onto the bow stringer, it guarantees that it's perpendicular with the riser.
So the Vail 38 is also just a little bit different. So this year, the Vail 38 is 7.5-inch brace height. And then it covers draw lengths from 28 all the way up to 34. Interestingly enough, we've already gotten 2 phone calls for gentlemen that need 34 inches of draw length. So I don't know how many other bows are in the market that really can accommodate that draw length, but the Vail 38 does it. So just some really neat upgraded features on the Vail this year.
Regarding the cams, so the bows with the new AccuTune Cam tuning technology, are the cams themselves a lot different than the, you know, as far as like the maybe the draw force curve, the profile of the feel of the bow at draw and at full draw? Is that much different this year than it was maybe in 2023?
No, we've still maintained that same smooth linear draw that everybody really raves about with the RTX cam system and, you know, the rotating mod system that we have on that. It still feels the same as previous models. That's something we definitely wanted to keep because, again, we've got rave commentary. Not, you know, the grip is important, the feel of the bow and the force draw curve when you're drawing the bow and that linear pull and the solid back wall. So we maintain that as well this year.
Yeah, so all of the bows are using the RTX, but the Axxis and the Vail is using the new RTX 3, which is just our generation 3. So there are some differences in that particular cam, but to Jim's point, it's still the RTX platform. But it is different than what you will see on the Elevate, and it's a little different than what you would have seen on the Vistas. But again, still the RTX platform, just an upgraded version.
Yeah, most of the modifications were done specifically to support the AccuTune. And then we made some very minor modifications as far as module to cam contact to increase the module to cam contact this year as well. So,
yep.
Excellent, guys. I can't thank you enough for kind of running me through the lineup. I appreciate seeing the new bows, and it's good to talk to you guys. And then, yeah, thanks again for all your help.
Of course.
Oh, we're happy to talk to you anytime. You know, if people want to know more about the AccuTune system, they can just go to athensarchery.com. If they go to the About section, and then go to the Media section, that's where we house all of our videos. And the very first video that's up right now is really a great instructional type video. And the second video is just a really short, like 30-second, hey, this is what the AccuTune Cam technology is. So it's a great place to go and just learn more. And learn more about both the Axxis series and about the new Vail 38.
Well, I should ask you too, when will people start seeing these in, their local Athens dealers?
We're shipping now.
Starting ship today. Yep.
No, this week. We were shipping this week.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we've got bows that are already en route, in transit. They're coming.
Perfect. Thank you guys again.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Merry Christmas, everyone.